The winds in the Westland are stirring, and the winds were a beginning, but they weren't the beginning. The pattern itself has woven some new threads. Prime Video revealed that Olivia Williams, Luke Fetherston, Nuno Lopes, and Callum Kerr will bring the royal family of Andor to life when it premieres globally on March 13th, 2025. With these powerhouses spun out into the cast, it promises to be a royal feast of sorts for fans of Robert Jordan's epic high fantasy series. And these cast announcements are a snack indeed. Welcome to Dragonmount. I'm Thom. Big shout out to all of our sponsors, especially Tor Books for sponsoring all of our content, and everyone that's sponsoring us over on Patreon, as well as liking and sharing and doing all the things and doing all the interactions with this video to make sure it gets out to everyone possible. If you enjoy our content, make sure to subscribe and check out our Linktree where you can find all of the content that we create here on Dragonmount. First, let's talk about the Queen of Andor herself, Olivia Williams. She's an acclaimed actress from The Sixth Sense, Rushmore, The Crown, and she's done a fantastic job in all of those. A royal performance, one might say. This turning's Morgase didn't inherit the throne. She claimed it with a blend of political genius and steely resolve. Morgase waged a brutal war to secure her crown after the Andoran succession crisis. She emerged a leader beloved for her strength and feared for her ruthlessness. With Williams' gravitas and impressive resume, I think we can expect a Morgase who will balance regal authority with a mother's fierce love for her children. When the wheel weaves a queen like Morgase into the pattern, you know things are going to get royally entangled, because every rose has its thorn. One of the other cast announcements, Nuno Lopes as Lord Gaebril. Lord Gaebril, as Amazon says, is the ever-present advisor and consort to Queen Morgase, played by Nuno Lopes from White Lines and The New Look. Gaebril's charm and influence are vast. Lopes' casting brings a mix of charisma and shadowy intrigue for that role, as I'm sure it's going to leave viewers questioning who's pulling the strings behind this relationship. Gaebril may serve the Queen, but there's no doubt his true loyalties lie tangled in the shadow. Now, Andor, as many fans of the books will know, is the heart of the Westlands. It's the most influential and largest kingdom in the area, as well as being a key location just throughout the entire Wheel of Time series. So talking about Olivia Williams as Morgase and Nuno Lopes as Lord Gaebril gives us an idea of where in the relationship of Morgase, her country, her throne, and her children are going to be. In the series, Lord Gaebril breaks onto the scene during a crisis in Camelin. There are two factions, one who supports the Queen and one who does not. Lord Gaebril installs himself as the leader of the faction who supports the Queen, therefore gaining him favor with Morgase, and probably gets his foot in the door for their later relationship. We know based on the figurines we see on Steppen's mantle in Season 1 and the statues of the seals that we see throughout the series so far, that there are 8 Forsaken. But Lanfear, Ishamael, and Moghedien are for sure 3 of them. During a dream sequence in Episode 5 of Season 2, Lanfear mentions Grendel being a vain idiot, Moghedien being insane, and the boys not being able to follow a plan. So based off of all of the information we have, the images of those statues, we know that there are probably 4 male Forsaken and 4 female Forsaken. Now, exactly who will be there, we're unsure. The depiction of the statuettes do give us a hint, though. This one obviously looking like Samael, shorter than the others, bearded with a possible noticeable scar across one of his eyes. And then this other one reminds me of Asmodean because it appears that he is holding a musical instrument of some sort, a guitar, a violin, a cello. There isn't any here that noticeably makes me think of Ravine, even though we do have a Lord Gaebril. We could see them combining Ravine and Asmodean's storylines here. Though, if there are 4 male Forsaken, there could be another. Though, my money's on Demandred. That's a video for another time. If they start off Morgase's storyline with her being in the clutches, both figuratively and literally, of Lord Gaebril, it reminds me of The Lord of the Rings and the King of Rohan, Theoden. When he first comes on screen, he's thoroughly ensorcelled by Sauron and his strings are being pulled by Grima Wormtongue. So that could be a similar situation here, where we see her strings being cut once Lord Gaebril is dealt with. This also could be a driving force to get our cast of characters out of Tar Valon. On the hunt for the Black Aja and the Forsaken, Gawyn and Galad could bring news of their mother's change in mood, which could lead Elaine, Egwene, and/or Nynaeve out of the tower and get them on the road. If you're curious what our thoughts are on some of those characters, you can go check out our YouTube channel where we do deep dives into each of those characters in our series called Threads of the Pattern. So if Lord Gaebril is in fact Asmodean combined with Ravine, I could see that being pretty simple. Ravine's storylines don't really have a lot of impact into the story at large, and yes, that could mean we don't get an all-out battle between Rand, Ravine, and his forces in the streets of Caemlyn later on in the series, but I'm sure they'll fill that gap somehow. Let me know what y'all think and how you think this is going to play into Season 3. Now on to the brothers Trakand. Callum Kerr will be playing Galad Trakand, and Lord Galad, the famously handsome and unerringly honorable brother of Gawyn and Elaine. Callum Kerr has acted in things such as Hollyoaks and Monarch, and his ability to balance charm and intensity really makes him a perfect fit for a character who's complex as a weave in the pattern. Luke Fetherston steps into the role of First Prince Lord Gawyn Trakand. Gawyn is fiercely protective of his younger sister and deeply devoted to his family. Fans of the book series know Gawyn's story as one of loyalty, conflict, and heartbreak. Some of his past works are Doctor Who and Big Mood. Gawyn is not only a royal prince, but an incredibly skilled swordsman and a paragon of virtue. Too much virtue, some might say. Fans of the books will know that Galad's sense of right and wrong put him at odds with everybody, even those he holds closest to him. Featherston's casting hints of an on-screen charisma and smoldering intensity. With Galad spun out into the mix, expect sparks to fly, and not just from his swordplay. It still remains to be seen whether or not Galad will be half or full or adopted or step-brother to Gawyn and Elaine as he is in the books. I think these three castings are fantastic, and I hope to see the quarterstaff V2 swords scene in Season 3. With Olivia Williams, Callum Kerr, Luke Fetherston, and Nuno Lopes being brought into these roles, Prime Video is once again proving they know how to channel talent into the heart of the story. Whether you hear from Morgase's iron will, Galad's light blessed honor, Gawyn's familial loyalty, or Gaebrill's slippery scheming, there's no doubt Season 3 is going to be a turning of the wheel to remember. So grab your cloaks, sharpen your swords, and prepare your hearts, because the Lion Throne awaits. And the pattern is about to get much more royal. March 13th, 2025 cannot come soon enough. That's all we got here from Dragonmount. The wheel turns and the royal Trakand family rides forth. May the light shine upon them and us all. We'll see you next time. Peace.
That's all for this episode. Thanks for sticking around to the end. As always, please subscribe to our channel and click the thumbs up button or leave a comment. We like comments, especially positive ones. If you have a friend who enjoys the Wheel of Time, tell them about Dragonmount.com and our show. Special thanks to our show sponsor, Tor Books, as well as to our Patreon supporters. If you want to learn more about how our show is made and get additional insights into Wheel of Time, you can become a Patreon supporter. We have a lot of big plans for the show, and your contribution will go a long way to making them a reality. Be sure to follow Dragonmount on social media, and see you next time.